They called him Duane, the Great White Hope Bobick, a small-town kid with a heavy punch and a dream bigger than himself. Born in 1950, Duane grew up inside the sound of gloves hitting leather. Boxing wasn't just a sport in his house. It was the family rhythm. He carried that rhythm into every fight, and soon, people began to notice. At the 1971 Pan American Games, he shocked the world, stopping the mighty Teofilo Stevenson, the man who'd soon rule Olympic boxing. A year later, he beat Larry Holmes to earn his spot on the U.S. Olympic team. Duane was America's promise, the future champion. But glory never comes easy. Lurking in his past were two haunting memories: brutal one-punch knockouts from Ron Lyle. Duane had tasted the kind of defeat that doesn't fade. It stays with you, deep in your chest. Still, he rose again. After serving as a quartermaster in the Navy, where he dominated as a three-time Navy heavyweight champion, Duane turned pro in 1973. And what a start it was. From 73 to 77, he bulldozed through everyone. 38 straight wins, 32 knockouts. The crowds roared. The press called him the next big thing. He was ranked number 3 in the world. His power was real, his confidence unshaken. Then came Ken Norton. A single round, 58 seconds, and everything changed. Norton landed that overhand right, the same punch that haunted Duane since his amateur days. Just like that, the dream unraveled. He fought on, but the spark was never the same. Losses followed. The bright lights dimmed. And in 1979, with a record of 48 wins and 4 losses, all by knockout, Duane Bobick walked away from the ring. His story isn't just about boxing. It's about a man who carried the hopes of a generation, fought his demons in public, and learned that talent alone doesn't guarantee forever. Duane Bobick, a name that burned bright and faded too soon. After the Olympics, Duane didn't rush into fame. He trained quietly, under the watch of a legend, Joe Frazier. The same man who had gone toe-to-toe with Ollie now sharpened Bobick's hands and mind for the pro world. Spring 1973. The wait was over. Bobick stepped into the ring against Tommy Burns, and it didn't last long. For knockdowns. 1 round. The crowd knew right then, this kid could punch. That year, he fought like a man chasing destiny. 15 fights, 15 wins, all knockouts. Even Manuel Ramos, a name once feared, couldn't stand the storm. By the end of 1973, Duane Bobick had 19 wins, 19 knockouts. No one could touch him. Then came 1974. 10 more fights, 10 more wins, 8 by knockout. Ted Gulick gone. Mike Weaver, future world champion, gone. Even old veteran Billy Daniels couldn't stop him. They started calling him boxing's new White Hope, the man to take over from Jerry Quarry. And with Joe Frazier guiding him, the dream felt close, real close. In 1975, he hit the top 10. 8 more wins, all by knockout. Fighters began to dodge him. They knew what that right hand could do. But Bobby kept coming. He beat Randy Newman to silence the doubters. A contract to face Muhammad Ali was drawn up. The world was ready to watch. But the fight never happened. Instead, in 1976, Bobick kept collecting names. Larry Middleton, Scott Ledoux, Bunny Johnson, Chuck Wepner. All fell. 2 by knockout. By now, Duane wasn't just winning fights. He was building a legend. A powerful, polite fighter from Minnesota who carried himself with quiet confidence. Everyone believed the next step was the heavyweight crown. But fate, as always, had its own plans. May 1977. Primetime television. Duane Bobick, 38 wins, 32 knockouts, was on top of the world. Across the ring stood Ken Norton, a man built like granite and hungry for blood. The bell rang. Both men circled, cautious, testing each other. Then, out of nowhere, Norton fired an overhand right. It crashed straight into Bobick's chin. The crowd gasped. Duane staggered, eyes wide, trying to clinch, but Norton smelled weakness. He charged, cornered and shaken. Bobick took a storm of punches. A right uppercut caught him in the throat. His eyes filled with tears. He couldn't see. Another right, then another. He fell forward, face first to the canvas. The count reached 10. He somehow stood, but his legs betrayed him. The fight was over. 58 seconds. That's all it took. The man who had knocked out 32 fighters was now broken under the bright lights. Joe Frazier, his trainer and mentor, had warned him not to take that fight. But pride is a powerful thing. That night, Duane Bobick learned how fast dreams can vanish, one punch at a time. After the nightmare with Ken Norton, most fighters would have stayed away from the ring. But not Duane Bobick. 2 months later, he came back swinging, beating Scott Ledoux in their rematch. By the end of 1977, his record stood strong again. 40 wins, just 1 loss, 34 knockouts. The world thought maybe, just maybe, he could climb again. Then came 1978. South African powerhouse, Kali Noetza. Another overhand right. The same curse that haunted him for years. A cut above his eye, a knockdown, and a referee waving it off. It was all too familiar. Still, Bobick kept fighting. 8 more bouts that year. 8 knockouts. He was winning, but the sparkle of greatness was fading. Then came 1979, his shot at redemption. A national TV fight against John promised change. Better training, better shape. He talked about his new discipline, his focus. But fate didn't care. One overhand, right early in the first round, wobbled him again. He tried to push through, to fight back, but the punishment was brutal. A dozen heavy shots later, it was over. His eyes were cut. His dream, too. A final loss to George Chaplin sealed it. At just 28 years old, Duane Bobick stepped away from boxing, battered, scarred, but proud. He had fought the best. He had given everything. And though the world remembers his falls more than his rise, those who truly watched him know. For a time, Duane Bobick was one of the most feared men in the ring. In the end, Duane Bobick's story isn't just about boxing. It's about how fast the climb can be and how hard the fall hits. A man who had everything: power, promise, and a punch that could end nights early, yet could never escape the one punch that always found him. He walked away young, with scars that told a story the scorecards never could. And maybe that's the beauty of it. Because long after the cheers faded, Duane Bobick remained what every fighter truly is. A man who dared to dream, got knocked down, and still stood up anyway.